Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. It's Saturday, the 28th of December, 2019. Just a couple of days left as we head into the new year. And at least as far as the Northeast and the northern mid Atlantic states uh, is concerned, there isn't any real wintertime weather. In fact, it's usually a signature when things are pretty warm. When you start looking at the potential for some icing up in the interior areas of northern New England, and that freezing precip rather than snow extends even into Maine, you're in a pretty warm weather pattern, and that's how it's going to stay at least through the rest of this coming week. Now we will trend a little colder after that, but the overall pattern right now is just about as opposite as you'd want it as far as winter weather is concerned. So let's take you through the weekend, which is, at least for today, it's the better of the two weekend days, no doubt about that. So we're looking at high temperatures today that will range from the upper 40s across southern New England, and then you get into the 50s once you go from New York City south and west, and you get to Washington, D.C., and Baltimore south and west into Virginia, and you're going to see highs up in the lower 60s. But as I said, today, the better of the two weekend days, we should have a fair amount of sunshine through this entire region and nothing more than a few passing clouds. Now, for tomorrow, as we bring in clouds and we've got low pressure out into the northern plains that's heading for the western Great Lakes, we are actually going to be a little bit lower in the temperatures, particularly once you go north of New York City, where and northeast up into southern New England, where temperatures may only be in the upper 30s to low 40s, while from southern New Jersey and southern Pennsylvania down to Washington, D.C., Baltimore, mid 40s to low 50s. Monday, still dealing with this storm system, and we'll show you how it plays out. We're going to be in the 30s across much of southern New England to near 40, and then it jumps up into the 50s and lower 60s when you head down toward southern Pennsylvania and down into Maryland and northeastern Virginia. That's for Monday. New Year's Eve, looking like weather conditions are going to be improving. Most highs will be in the 40s, and for New Year's Day, we're probably going to be in the low to mid 40s for high temperatures. And for those of you who have plans for New Year's Eve, if you're headed out, by that time, I think all the precipitation that we're going to be dealing with this weekend will be long gone. For you snow lovers, it's California and Southern California getting hit rather hard in the mountains. You can see the snow on the mountaintops in the views from Los Angeles, looking northwestward. And there is I have the probabilities of at least 4 inches here, so you can see it's in parts of Southern California. But the main snows right now going up into the northern plains from South Dakota up into northern Minnesota, where we're seeing a 95% probability of at least 4 inches on top of whatever has already fallen. And of course, this is for the next 72 hours. You are seeing a probability of 4 inches in parts of northern New Hampshire and into northwestern Maine. About a 50% chance there of a probability of at least 4 inches. But the vast majority of the area, no snow to worry about. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, over the next 7 days, we're looking at a rather wet scenario across eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England on the order of at least an inch and a half to maybe as much as 2.5 inches. And this is going to be from the weather system that's coming in for Sunday and Monday. And also, there's one at the end of next week that gets involved in this. And you're seeing rainfall amounts of 3 to 5 inches plus from northeast Texas on up in the Ohio Valley, and also some heavier precip around the Great Lakes and some very heavy precip out in the northwest. No doubt that the weather pattern is getting more active here, but it is, from the standpoint of snow, it's going to be mostly in the west. If you're traveling this weekend, the winter storm warnings that are up through the northern and central plains, you see them here, and they still extend down into parts of the southwest, and winter weather advisories even down into parts of Arizona and also in parts of Southern California. However, in the east, the air is pretty stagnant. So we've got some areas that are dealing with some patchy fog for parts of Missouri and in through Ohio. And we have some preemptive winter weather advisories up for northern Connecticut and western Massachusetts for the potential for some icing as this weather system plays out in the east. But the satellite, pretty quiet here. Just a few wispy clouds moving eastward. You see the storm system that's in the middle of the U.S., and then you've got more energy in the northwestern part of the U.S. that's beginning to drop in. And here's the radar this morning. It's all in the center, getting a little bit of shower activity in parts of Florida today. And the northeast mid-Atlantic states quiet. The Rockies are quiet. A little scattered activity down in the southwest. And for the time being, things are pretty quiet in California. So let's run you through really fast what the dam is indicating here as our storm moves northeastward up through the plain states. You see the area of snow there. You've got high pressure to the north of it that's kind of building around it. So we're on the mild side, clearly. But what happens is the low gets into southern Minnesota and then just stops because there actually is a little bit of blocking that is going to hold it back and force it to redevelop to the east. And you see how for later Sunday, as that rain moves in, on the northern fringe of that, northeastern Pennsylvania up into the Catskills, you're seeing some freezing rain with that. And there's your wintry precipitation for Sunday night and Monday. Massachusetts northeastward up into Vermont and New Hampshire. For everybody else, it's rain and showers. And as that low continues to redevelop to the east, we're going to have rounds of rain Sunday night into Monday morning. And we're probably going to see still some lingering rain later Monday into Monday night as a low develops off the New Jersey coast. And then finally, weather conditions start to improve during the day on Tuesday. And that colder air will be coming in, but it's not going to be especially cold. And by the way, for those around the Great Lakes, what will eventually happen is that it looks like a pretty sizable lake effect event, a snow event will develop as we head into Monday and Tuesday. And some of that snow will eventually move into Northwest PA and into Western New York. But that really is the extent of the winter weather as we head into the first days of January. So that wraps up Weather in 5. Don't forget, Sunday morning, we have the Coffee with Cioffi weather show. We'll be airing that at 10:45 on Sunday in order to give Joe Rayo a little bit of time to get on. So he will be joining us. So it'll be Coffee with Rayo and Rayo, or tea if you prefer. And that will be, again, at 10:45 a.m. on Sunday. And make sure you check out your latest weather updates on your free weather apps, the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, which is available on Google Play or on the App Store. And also download Angry Ben's free weather app, the Angry Weatherman, which is available on Google Play and hopefully soon available for iPhones. So keep your fingers crossed on that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.